intro to whips class. Very first thing we covered was safety. When you're playing with a whip, you should be kind of like I am, long sleeve, long pants and stuff, so if you do hit yourself, it won't hurt as much. Another thing is, if you've never picked up a whip before, I don't have any, but you need eye goggles, right there, so you don't bust out your eye. We also went over, really quick, the loop theory. If you can make a loop in your whip, you can get it to crack. But for the most part, we taught a bunch of people the basic cracks you can start off with and you can play with and see what you can do. The very first crack we went over was the Cattleman's crack, or sometimes you might hear it called the circus crack, which is basically taking my whip behind me, bringing it up over my shoulder, letting it fall, and when it comes pretty much horizontal, crack it forward. So it looks like this. Yeah, one more time. Bang! Another thing about whips is, depending on the length, you might have to wait a while. So you might see people just doing this, because their whips are really long. But if they're short, you gotta be kind of quick with it. So, once again, the forward Cattlemans. Then we went in for the reverse Cattlemans, which is the same thing, but backwards. So, you bring your arm up this way, let the whip fall in front of you, so it's kind of like that in front of you, and then whip it behind you. So it looks like this. And once you master both of those lovely moves, you can do what we call the slow figure eight. Start off going forward, use the momentum, bring it back. That, very simply, the forward and reverse Cattlemans put together. Then there's also the fast figure eight, in which you don't really follow through coming down. You follow through when you crack it, you just simply bring it back and crack it, which looks like this. Hold on, I smacked myself. There you go. That's the fast one. Then the next one we went over was the overhead crack. And for this, you got to picture there's a clock above you looking down. It's very important. Some people get confused with the clockwise, counterclockwise. So if you're looking up, clock face is looking down at you, your 12's behind you, your 3's to your right, 6 is in front of you, 9's to your left. So if you're looking up at that clock, if you're right-handed, you spin clockwise. If you're left-handed, you're spinning counterclockwise. Alrighty? I'm mainly right-handed, so I'm going to demonstrate it right-handed. So right-handed, spinning clockwise, when the whip gets behind me, kind of at 1 o'clock, I'll bring it forward, keeping my arm level with the ground, and cracking it in front of me, looking like this. Okay? Then the next one we went over was the reverse overhead crack. Same thing, but backwards. So, if I'm right-handed, doing forward, going clockwise, to do reverse, I spin counterclockwise, like so. Now here's the danger part. When you crack it, the whip will be in front of you, and you will be, same thing, keeping your arm level with the ground, bringing it back towards your face. So please be careful. But it should generally look like this. Alright. Now, the beautiful thing about that is you can put them both together. You can start off with a forwards overhead. And have yourself what we call a helicopter. And you can just keep going. It's beautiful. Then the next one, it's exactly the same as the overhead, but it's called the C crack. Start off the same exact way as your regular forward overhead, going clockwise if you're right-handed, but instead of coming out straight in front of you, when the whip is behind you, you take your hand and you make a little C motion. Just like that. And so, your whip should look like this. Let's see if I can slow it down so you can see. Yeah. And then when you're ready for it, you can do this. Ah, lovely. Alright. Then, I was gonna go over a crack that we didn't get enough time to go over, but this last one is called the Tasmanian cutback. It's a beautiful one, but it's also one where you're not gonna be able to see the whip. So what I'm doing is I'm putting the whip behind me, letting it come up and fall over my shoulder, and I'll turn around until you can see it, and then cracking my arm straight out. So, what it would look like is this. Falls over the shoulder. When it's straight out that way, bringing my arm out. So it should look like this. Yep. Hold on. Yes. Excellent. See that? Try them. Be safe and wear some safety goggles. I don't want to see any eye patches next spring. Thank you.